Hello, Divi Nation and future Divi Nation members. In this live stream, Jason will be showing you how to use the exclusive Cyber Monday Bakery Layout Pack to create a locations page for your business. So the Bakery Layout Pack is, along with 5 other free and exclusive layout packs, part of our Cyber Monday 25% off Black Friday deal. So if you become a member, upgrade your membership, or if you're already a lifetime member, you will get all of these layout packs for free. So make sure that you check the link in the description below, which will lead you right to it. So without any further ado, let's get to it.
All right, so let's go ahead and get started. This is my landing page for my bakery layout. And, at this point, I've already imported my 5-page layouts that come with the layout pack into my Divi library. I went ahead and added new pages for each of those page layouts. And I had added a menu up here that will link to each of those pages. And so I have my landing page, my menu page, my recipe page, and they look beautiful. Just as a reminder, you can use all of these images without restriction for your other websites as well. My about page. And then I also have a contact page, and this contact page will actually serve well when we begin creating our locations page, which is this use case, because it's got my title, my background element here, the design I like, and then this maps module all ready to go, which I'm going to use to show the locations of my different businesses. So, and then it has this element down here, which is a contact form, which I'm going to transform into a footer. And so there's still some, needed more information that we need to add in the middle here, but it serves as a good foundation. So we're going to use this layout, and let's go ahead and begin building our locations page by first adding a new page. So I'm going to go to add a new page here. And let's go ahead and name our page locations up here at the top. But I'm going to need to use the Divi Builder, and then I'm going to use the Visual Builder. So I know we're just getting kicked off here. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments, and our team will get to them, answer them as best they can. All right. Now that we have our blank canvas here ready to build, I'm going to come down here to my purple menu, and let's go ahead and click my Load from Library button, and then click the Add from Library tab. And now I'm going to pull in that bakery contact layout. Click on that one, and there we go. We're ready, off to a good start. I'm going to publish. Now we're ready to start, designing the elements to build our location page. First thing I'm going to need to do is change my content up here in these text modules. I'm going to change this to something like find a bakery near you. All right, easy enough. Actually going to click, just using the Visual Builder conveniently, just edit this text without opening the settings. There you go. Let's scroll down here. Now I need to go and grab a row of content from another page to serve as my content area that I'm going to use to display each of my locations. So to do that, I'm going to go to my landing page. So, and then I'm going to enable my Visual Builder. All right. And I'm going to scroll down here, and this row right here, I'm going to use, I like it because it's got a spot for my, location header there, my button to learn more, I like that. And this, image module. that I can use to display the picture of my location if I want. So I'm going to grab that by saving it first to my library. Call it, location content row. All right. Since that's saved, I'm going to go to my locations, back to my locations page. And I'm going to, instead of adding, a new section here, I'm going to duplicate the one right here at the bottom because, it already has my background color, and I want to, sometimes I'm lazy and I don't want to have to do this from scratch. All right, so there we go. I have a new section, and all I need to do now is delete this row for that section that I duplicated. And I don't want to erase this one down here because we're going to use it for our footer later on. But now that I have a new section, I can add a new row. And since I already saved a row to my library, I'm going to go and grab it from my library. And there it is, location content row. So now I have a framework to add my location information to. First thing I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to change the column structure. I'm going to click on the change column structure icon. And right now it's a 1/2, 1/2 structure, but I want it to be 2/3, 1/3. And there you go. Let's go ahead and update the text here. This is the first one's going to be my main headquarters. So maybe I use this text module to represent that. And then here is going to be the name of my location. I'm just going to call it New York location. Actually, let's call it New York Bakery. That sounds better. All right. That looks good. One other thing I want to add, and it's convenient because it's right down here. It has this information of address, hours, phone, and email. Great information to serve as like a snippet for my location information. I'm just going to drag that right under my image module up there. And so now I can use that as a framework to put the information from this specific location. So that's kind of cool. And now that I have everything set up to, actually one more thing. If you notice, I'm going to actually delete, I don't need these modules here, but I wanted to show you that this row has a column background image for the right column, this 1/3 column here. And I kind of like that, so I can easily add it to this one by going here to my copy the style of that row. And I'm just going to paste it here. You can see that white background now serves as a nice little card of information with the image above it, which is kind of a cool design. So always be on the lookout for these elements that you can easily add to new sections that you build. All right. So I have the framework ready, and all I need to do is duplicate this section 2 more times. So now that I have a total of 3 location sections for my individual businesses or locations. I have a New York. Now I need to add one for, San Francisco. All right. And then let's go ahead and change that to my West Coast location. Let's come down here and let's do a Houston bakery, my hometown. And then, I don't know, Southern location. All right. There we go. We are almost done. Let's break up the monotony of our sections here by giving this middle one here a white background. All right. That gives us some more division and separation between our sections, which is nice. All right, so we are almost done. Let's go down here. And before we tackle our footer section, I just wanted to welcome all of you if you're just joining us. This is our Cyber Monday live use case live stream. And today I'm showing you how to use this bakery layout to build a new locations page for your business. And so if you want to take advantage of the Cyber Monday deal, which includes all of these layouts, there's 6 total layouts with it. If you want to take advantage of that Cyber Monday deal, it's 25% off. There's a link in the video description. Go ahead and click on that. Take advantage because it will be ending soon. And there's also a link in that video description to the blog post article for this use case. All right, so continuing on, we have a footer section that we need to build, and I want to keep this contact form in my footer here. So the only thing I need to do now is, modify it just a little. I'm going to change the column structure to a 1 column. All right, and then I'm going to edit my row that holds my contact form module there. I'm going to give it a background of white. And now I need to add some padding around there. So I'm going to go to my design tab, scroll down to my custom padding, and I'm going to give it a 5% for each side there. That looks good. Let's go ahead and give it a box shadow as well. I'm going to select the first one here. Give it some depth. All right, so that looks good, but not quite done. I want to add a background image to this section at the bottom here. To do that, click on my section settings and click on my background image tab. Click add a new background, and I've got some beautiful options to choose from. A number of these would probably work, but I like this one down here, so I'm going to click this one and upload it, and there you go. A beautiful footer section with our contact form in it. And we have all of our elements done. The last thing we're going to do is get up to our module, our maps module here. And I'm going to click on my maps module settings. So at this point, we're going to add our pins to our maps module that represent our different locations. It's going to be a cool feature for your visitors. But before that, you definitely want to make sure you get your Google API key. The Maps module will not work without a Google API key. And the way you do that is, if you need a reminder, if you open up your Maps module, they have the section here to display your Google API key if you have it installed. It also has this button here. It says change API key. If you click on that, it'll take you to your theme options. That's because right down here, you see Google API key. You can go ahead and enter or paste that Google API key once you get it, and then save it. If you need to know how to get it, there's a helpful, question mark icon here. Click on that, and it's going to, give you some helpful tip. And then this link here, if I click on it, takes me to the documentation for this Maps module with some instructions on how to create your own API key, which involves, among other things, going to the Google Developers Console, creating a project and all that. It's pretty simple, but you definitely need to do it in order for your Maps module to work. So once you get your API key, you go back to your theme options, paste it in there, right there, and then save it. And then now you can be confident that your Maps module will work. So getting back to my Maps module settings, if you're just joining us, this is an exclusive Cyber Monday use case live stream where I'm using the bakery layout pack, and I'm showing you how to build a locations page for your business. If you want this layout pack or any of our 6 free layout packs we're offering, you're going to need to take advantage of our Cyber Monday 25% off deal, which is going on right now. If you want to get this offer. There's a link in the description. Go ahead and click on it. Take advantage of this deal. And also there's a blog post article that corresponds to this use case. There's a link for that as well in the video description. So check that out if you need more information. Continuing on here. All right. And also at this point, you might have some questions. Continue asking those questions in the comments. We'll be glad to get to those. All right, let's continue on here. We have a pin already added, but I'm going to delete that pin. I'm going to add a new one. This title section here is convenient because this allows me to add some content or a title to my pop-up box that shows up when I click on my pin. And I'm just going to call this New York City Bakery. And underneath my title, I have a section to put more content that will show up in my little pop-up box. And I'm just going to put more info for now. And then this map pin address is very important because this tells the map module where you want to put your pin. So I'm just going to make it general for now. I'll just call it New York City. And make sure and click this find button or it won't show up on your map. All right, so there we go. Save that out. Let's go ahead and create another one. This one's going to be for my San Francisco location. Go ahead and add more info. And let's find my map pin address there. Click save, and we have one more to add. Houston Bakery. Go ahead and click to add my more info text there. Add a map pin address, just Houston, Texas for now. Click find. All right. Got our 3 pins added, but you'll notice that you can't really see it in the maps module. That's because it's zoomed in too far. So to change the map center address, right now it's centered on New York, but if I wanted to change that, I can do that here. I kind of like it there because that's going to be my main headquarters for this use case. But you could change that address. And you could also customize what the default embed's going to look like using this this little embed here to customize how it's going to look on your live site whenever it first loads. So right now it's kind of zoomed in too far, so I want to see my other locations that I have. I'm going to zoom out. All right. And then I'm going to kind of center it to the middle. And then I'm going to save it. Let's see what we have. Almost. I'm still zoomed in a little too far. So let's go back and let's come out one more click there. All right. And click save. All right, so now I can see all my pins, and when I click on it, you'll see the title and that more info pop up in the box there. So now at this point, I think it would be cool to add another element, which is turn this little more info text into an anchor link that will then jump to that San Francisco section of the page that it corresponds to. So it's kind of the same concept as when you add anchor links to your navigation menu when you're creating a one-page website. But I'm simply going to do it with these links in the pins. So to do that, I'm going to go back to my Maps module settings here, click on my pin, the New York pin there. I'm going to highlight my more info text right there, and then I'm going to click this link icon to turn it into a link. All right, so then it's going to pop up that insert link box. I'm going to add a URL, call it hashtag New York. Now, New York is my CSS ID that I'm going to use to link to that part of the page. And then it just needs this little hashtag or, pound or number sign or Octothorpe or whatever you want to call it in there right before that ID. Click OK and save it out. And you're going to do the same thing for your San Francisco location. I'm going to highlight more info, turn it into a link, add the URL, hashtag SanFran. Just remember whatever you call it because you're going to need to use that name again. Click save and then go back to my Houston pin, turn this more info into a link, add the URL, hashtag Houston. Click OK and save. So I'm done, and now you can see that it's a link, but it's not going to work because it doesn't know where to jump to yet. So I need to go to each of my sections and add that CSS ID so it knows where to go. So let's do our New York section first. Go to my section settings here, go to my advanced tab, and under my CSS ID, make sure it's ID, not class. It won't work on class. I'm going to enter New York. I don't need the hashtag there, just the ID. Just make sure it's the exact same. Click save. Let's go to our San Francisco section. Click on advanced and let's do that one here. Called it SanFran. Click on save. Let's go down to our Houston section. Go to advanced tab. Let's do Houston. Click on save. I'm going to save my page settings here. And we are done. Let's go ahead and check out our live site to see our final results. And at this point, keep those questions coming, comments, if you have at this point. All right, so now we have our locations page. We have a maps module displaying our different locations in pins. And if I click on a pin, it'll show me that this is my San Francisco location bakery. And then now I have an anchor link here for more info. If I click on it, it goes straight to my section on the page showcasing my San Francisco bakery info. I can do the same for my Houston info here. Click on it, takes me right to the Houston section. And if I click on my New York more info link here, it's going to go right to my New York section. So it's a pretty cool feature. You could use it, you can not use it, but I kind of like it. It's looking good so far, and we are done. The only other suggestion I would make at this point is, you could easily use this bakery layout to build another landing page for each of your specific locations if you wanted to. And you can use this button here to link out to that, specific locations page. That way you can have all your information for that location in one page, one dedicated page. Probably good for SEO as well. All right. And that's how you build an Our Locations page for your business.
Well, that was all for this live stream. Thank you for joining us. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. And of course, make sure that you check the link in the description below. That will lead you to the Cyber Monday deal page where you can get 25% off on your purchase. But be quick because this offer will expire soon. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you in our next live stream or video.